I am Preeti Choudhry. Let me quickly take you through the headlines. With just 48 hours left for India to get its new parliament, first look of India's new parliament accessed. Politics peaks over new parliament inauguration. 20 opposition parties to skip. BJP condemns the boycott call. Supreme Court dismisses plea against parliament inauguration. BJP and Congress crossroads over historic scepter Sengol. Adhinam priest fact-checks Congress, says Sengol given to Mountbatten, then Nehru, and is a symbol of self-rule. Rahul Gandhi granted no objection over issuance of ordinary passport for span of 3 years against Rahul's demand of 10 years' time. China muscle flexing at LAC once again, builds model villages just kilometers away from Uttarakhand's LAC middle sector. Sources say 250 houses built. Pak government claims former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan's role in May 9th Lahore riots established Imran to face trial under the Army Act. Pakistan government also moves to ban Imran's party PTI. The wrestlers' Dangal for Justice has now entered its 33rd day today. The protesting wrestlers are upping the ante in their fight for justice, planning a mega stir to coincide with the new parliament inauguration on the 28th. As well, with the wrestlers protesting would be thousands of women, is what the wrestlers claim, in a Mahila Mahapanchayat. The wrestlers stated that thousands of women will be joining them in solidarity with their fight against BJP MP and WFI Chief Brij Bhushan Sharan. Supporters from the Singhu border, Tikri, Ghazipur border will also be joining the wrestlers. Meanwhile, Brij Bhushan Sharan continues to remain defiant, labelling the sexual assault allegations under POCSO against him as false. Not just that, he made another shocking claim, alleging that POCSO is being misused and that he will force the government to amend the act.
28 मई को नए संसद भवन के सामने हम महिला सम्मान महापंचायत कर रहे हैं। हरियाणा और पंजाब से आने वाली किसान मजदूर जत्थेबंदियां सुबह 11 बजे तक सिंधु बॉर्डर पर पहुंचेंगी। हरियाणा की खाप पंचायतें और टोल प्लाजों की संघर्ष कमेटियां टीकरी बॉर्डर पर सुबह 11 बजे तक पहुंचेंगी। उत्तर प्रदेश से आने वाली किसान जत्थेबंदियां और खाप पंचायतें सुबह 11 बजे तक गाजीपुर बॉर्डर पर पहुंचेंगी। आधे घंटे तक सभी मोर्चे पर जलपान होगा और 11:30 बजे हम सभी मोर्चों से शांतिपूर्वक नई संसद के सामने प्रस्तावित महिला सम्मान महापंचायत के लिए मार्च करेंगे। हम हर हाल में शांतिपूर्ण रहेंगे। पुलिस अगर लाठी चार्ज करेगी, आंसू गैस के गोले सब सहेंगे, लेकिन बिल्कुल भी हिंसा नहीं करेंगे।
Meanwhile, what is also very shocking, understandably so, because he's been making one shocking statement after the other, is BJP MP Brij Bhushan Singh Sharan, who levelled a claim that he's going to force the government to amend the POCSO Act because he says it is being misused.
आज हम लोग देख रहे हैं कि किस तरीके से इस कानून का दुरुपयोग हो रहा है। ये महिलाओं के संरक्षण के लिए बनाया गया था, बच्चियों के सुरक्षा के लिए बनाया गया था, लेकिन इससे सबसे ज्यादा नुकसान आज हमारी बच्चियों का हो रहा है।
All right, you know, I'm going to go back because Brij Bhushan has been making one preposterous statements after the other, clearly feeling belligerent because even though he's booked under the POCSO Act and usually what would follow as per protocol should be an immediate arrest because there is an FIR under POCSO, that hasn't quite happened. One irresponsible statement after the other. This time around, he's saying he's going to actually try and coerce the government to amend the POCSO Act because it is being unfairly used. I want to cut across back because what's happening now is that the wrestlers who've been sitting in protest today have entered, the protest has entered day 33. 28th, which is on Sunday, is going to be the mega inauguration of what is the proverbial temple of democracy, the Indian Parliament. The Prime Minister is going to be inaugurating the Parliament. However, the wrestlers alongside what would be unprecedented in the country, with thousands of women banding together as a all-Mahila, all-women Khap Panchayat. Women from various states would be coming into the national capital and banding together in protest, in solidarity with our wrestlers. Listen in once again to what Sakshi Malik said just a short while ago in a press conference.
28 मई को नए संसद भवन के सामने हम महिला सम्मान महापंचायत कर रहे हैं। हरियाणा और पंजाब से आने वाली किसान मजदूर जत्थेबंदियां सुबह 11 बजे तक सिंधु बॉर्डर पर पहुंचेंगी। हरियाणा की खाप पंचायतें और टोल प्लाजों की संघर्ष कमेटियां टीकरी बॉर्डर पर सुबह 11 बजे तक पहुंचेंगी। उत्तर प्रदेश से आने वाली किसान जत्थेबंदियां और खाप पंचायतें सुबह 11 बजे तक गाजीपुर बॉर्डर पर पहुंचेंगी। आधे घंटे तक सभी मोर्चे पर जलपान होगा और 11:30 बजे हम सभी मोर्चों से शांतिपूर्वक नई संसद के सामने प्रस्तावित महिला सम्मान महापंचायत के लिए मार्च करेंगे। हम हर हाल में शांतिपूर्ण रहेंगे। पुलिस अगर लाठी चार्ज करेगी, आंसू गैस के गोले सब सहेंगे, लेकिन बिल्कुल भी हिंसा नहीं करेंगे।
All right, let's cut across right now to Nitin Srivastava, my colleague who's joining us from Jantar Mantar with the latest. Nitin, we heard that press conference addressed by wrestlers a short while ago. What are, in terms of sheer numbers, that are expected at the borders? And what is the protocol that the wrestlers are going to follow? They say they're going to be peaceful. It's going to be all peaceful. Even if they are detained, they will go ahead and get detained peacefully. But numbers, have the wrestlers put on numbers that they're expecting for them that will be joining them in terms of women?
Well, Preeti, as of now, there is no announcement from the wrestlers that in what capacity and in what numbers the supporters will come from across the borders. But they have made it clear that there will be a large number of supporters across the nation. First of all, Sakshi was there, Vinesh was there, Bajrang was there in the press conference, and they made it very clear that supporters will come from Haryana, supporters will come from UP, supporters will come from Rajasthan, supporters will come from other states of our country. But remember, on 20th, there is an inauguration of new parliament building, and the wrestlers are planning Mahila Mahapanchayat over there. Joining me is Sakshi Malik. I will ask her more questions. Sakshi, 28 तारीख को आप लोगों ने इतना बड़ा ये महिला खाप पंचायत प्लान किया है। कितने संख्या में आप एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं कि आपके जो समर्थक हैं वो यहाँ पर आएंगे?
देखो, एग्जैक्ट काउंटिंग तो हम नहीं बता सकते हैं कि कितने आएंगे, लेकिन अभी हमें ऐसा लगता है कि बहुत लोग हमारे समर्थन में हैं। तो बस लगता है कि बहुत ज़्यादा आने वाले हैं, क्योंकि सबको पता है हमारी सिचुएशन का। 34 डेज से हम यहाँ बैठे और फिर भी कोई सुनवाई नहीं हो रही, तो समर्थन पूरी तरीके से है।
तो साक्षी, पिछले 3-4 दिनों में आप लोग अलग अलग जगह पे गए हैं। आप पंजाब गई थी, विनेश और बजरंग जींद गए थे, वहाँ पर भी पंचायतें हुई है। वहाँ से कितना समर्थन मिलने की उम्मीद है, क्योंकि जो सपोर्टर्स आपके आने वाले हैं वो शायद उसी तरफ से ज़्यादा संख्या में आएंगे?
पूरा समर्थन है जी, जहाँ भी हम गए तो उन्होंने पूरा समर्थन दिया है कि हम अपनी तरफ से पूरा समर्थन देते हैं आपको, और अपनी तरफ से जितनी भी कोशिश होगी, महिलाएं होंगी, हम ज़रूर आपके समर्थन में आएंगे।
साक्षी, आप लोगों ने ज़रूर जो है परमिशन लेटर पुलिस को दिया है, लेकिन जो हमारे सोर्सेज हैं पुलिस में वो बता रहे हैं कि अभी तक कोई परमिशन आप लोगों को मिली नहीं है वहाँ पर महापंचायत करने के लिए। जो सिक्योरिटी अरेंजमेंट्स हैं वो बड़े लेवल पर किए जा रहे हैं। पार्लियामेंट के जो रास्ते हैं वो कॉर्डन ऑफ होंगे, यहाँ से जो रास्ता पार्लियामेंट की तरफ जाता है उसको भी कॉर्डन ऑफ किया जाएगा। ऐसे में आप लोगों को कितना लगता है कि आप लोग वहाँ तक पहुँच पाओगे?
देखो, हम अपना ट्राई करेंगे, और जैसा कि हमने प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में भी मेंशन किया है कि चाहे कितना भी जो भी वाटर वाला या आंसू गोले करेंगे तो भी हम आगे बढ़ते रहेंगे। और बस हमारा काम है वहाँ पे नई संसद के सामने पहुँचना और पंचायत करना।
अगर आपको रोका जाता है, फॉर एग्जांपल पुलिस आपको यहीं पे रोकती है, यहाँ से आगे जाने नहीं देती है, तो क्या फिर आप लोग यहीं पे करेंगे पंचायत, या फिर आप कोशिश करेंगे कि आप आगे तक जाएं?
देखो, इसका हम पूरे तरीके से कल बता पाएंगे कि रोकना चाहिए नहीं, क्योंकि ये हमारा हक है और हम एक न्याय की लड़ाई लड़ रहे हैं।
अच्छा साक्षी, आखिरी सवाल आपको निकलना है। 28 तारीख का ही दिन क्यों चुना गया? क्या ये एक कोशिश है कि सरकार आप लोगों को जैसा लग रहा है कि अभी तक नहीं सुन रही है, तो 28 तारीख को तमाम नेता होंगे वहां पर, बृजभूषण शरण सिंह भी पार्लियामेंट में उनके होने की उम्मीद है। ऐसे में आपको लगता है कि शायद सरकार आपकी सुन सके, आपकी बातों को? और दूसरा जो मेरा सवाल है वो ये है कि बृजभूषण का वहां पर होना उस पार्लियामेंट के अंदर में, उनके ऊपर में एलिगेशंस हैं, आप इसको कैसे देखते?
देखो, ये बिल्कुल गलत है, क्योंकि उनके ऊपर एलिगेशंस है तो उनको इतने पवित्र जगह पे नहीं जाना चाहिए। संसद है वो तो, और जो हमारे बड़े बुजुर्गों ने फैसला लिया है 28 तारीख का, वो उनकी कॉल थी। और जैसा कि मैंने पहले भी बताया, सबका पुरजोर समर्थन है, तो हम करेंगे महिला सम्मान महापंचायत 28 तारीख को।
Thank you, Sakshi. So, Preeti, as you heard from Sakshi, she is very clear, and all the wrestlers are very clear, or they have made up their mind that they will march towards the parliament in any way. If police is not giving them permission in that way, they will also march to the parliament. If police is giving the permission, then it's fine with them. But again, they are adamant. They are saying that day of inauguration of parliament, we will try our best to reach parliament and to attract all the nations, all the citizens of our nation, to listen us, that what we are actually fighting for. We just want one thing: Brijbhushan Saran Singh should be arrested and should be behind the bars. Preeti.
Nitin, before I go, I'm going to ask you one quick question, because Sakshi also said that they are being advised by their seniors. Now, who's calling the shots at the back in terms of planning the march on 28th, that this is going to be a Mahapanchayat? What's going on at the back end of it all?
See, Preeti, there are many Khap leaders who are associated with the wrestlers, especially Khaps from UP and Haryana. They are actually advising them that what to do and what needs to be done, and to take forward this agitation. And that is why they have decided, especially Mahapanchayat, because they wanted to attract the Prime Minister's side, that we are fighting here, we are here at Jantar Mantar for past 1 month, and there is nobody to listen to us. So that is why they have chosen Parliament and the day of the inauguration of the new Parliament building. And all the suggestions, all the advice which I have come to know from my sources, that all the Khap leaders, Kisan leaders, Panchayats are advising them what to do and what's not to do. Preeti.
All right, Nitin, appreciate you joining us. My colleague Nitin Srivastav, who's been practically camping out in the last 33 days with the wrestlers, getting us the very latest. Now, what we can expect, as Nitin pointed out, is a eyeball-to-eyeball confrontation, a face-off. However, the wrestlers say that them and their supporters will not use any force. If they are being detained, they will get detained. If they face a water cannon, or if they face tear gas shelling, they will go ahead and face it. It'd be interesting, to say the least, on what goes down on the 28th of May. Understandably, if this is going to be an all-woman congregation to the effect of thousands, will it happen? Trust us to get you the latest on that. Meanwhile, I want to quickly shift focus to the other developing story, the traditional golden scepter Sengal. That will be placed in the new Parliament building this Sunday. It's clearly found itself in a fresh political showdown. While the Congress raised questions over the claims that Lord Mountbatten handed it over to Pandit Nehru, the BJP has accused it of insulting the Indian tradition. Take a look at this report.
A golden scepter, key to the rituals to be followed in the unveiling of the new Parliament building, is caught in a political controversy. The BJP and Congress have locked horns over the history of the scepter, called Sengal in Tamil. Congress MP Jairam Ramesh has questioned the Narendra Modi government's claim that Lord Mountbatten handed over the Sengal to the first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, signifying the transfer of power from the British to India. Ramesh claimed there is no documentary evidence of such an incident and added that the Sengal was gifted to Nehru by the Shaivite mutt Tiruvaduturai Adinam.
जयराम रमेश जी की जो बात है, या जो उन्होंने तथ्य पेश किया है, वो इतिहास पर आधारित है। तो इसलिए ये अमित शाह जी के बयान, मैं समझता हूँ कि उसमें कोई तथ्य की बात है ही नहीं।
Sengal is the symbol of honesty by the king, the ruler. It is associated with monarchy. Many charges of corruption in Karnataka, they did not go to any minister's house. So they were protecting BJP ministers and attacking other opposition party ministers and others, which means they have no right to hold the Sengol.
The government hit back at the Congress. Union Home Minister Amit Shah claimed the Congress insulted the Adhinam and accused the Grand Old Party of hating Indian tradition. He added that the Congress had reduced a scepter to a mere walking stick.
सेंगोल की क्या सिंबलिज्म है, 1947 में क्या हुआ है, और अभी ये जो विरोध का नाटक है वो इसके कारण वो अपने लोगों पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू का भी एक तरीके से विरोध कर रहे हैं।
न सिर्फ ट्रांसफर ऑफ पावर्स है बल्कि देश की सभ्यता और सांस्कृतिक यात्रा से भी है। इसे संसद भवन में रखना देश की संप्रभुता का श्रृंगार करना है और इस श्रृंगार से कांग्रेस चिढ़ती है। कांग्रेस का बस चले तो संसद भवन में जो वेद और उपनिषद के वाक्य हैं उसे भी बाहर कर देगी।
The Tiruvaduturai Adhinam also came out in the open to counter the Congress's claims. The Adhinam termed the Congress's questions unfortunate and claimed the incident of Sengol being used as a symbol of transfer of power was properly documented. Bureau Report, India Today.
Meanwhile, with mounting pressure from the public, the Congress has reiterated that it will implement its 5 key promises, guarantees, including free power, up to 200 units of electricity and bus travel for women. But the BJP has now launched a scathing attack on the Karnataka Congress. The BJP has asked people not to pay bills. Here's the full report.
Nearly a week after being sworn in, the Siddaramaiah government in Karnataka is facing a backlash over the delay in implementing its 5 poll promises. BJP MP Pratap Simha has called for a statewide protest from June if the Congress fails to fulfill its poll guarantees.
ಜೂನ್ 1ನೇ ತಾರೀಕಿಂದ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ರಾಜ್ಯ ಜನರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಕರೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಮೈಸೂರಿನ ಸಂಸದನಾಗಿ ಬಿಜೆಪಿಯ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಉಪಾಧ್ಯಕ್ಷನಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಕರೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ನನ್ನ ಮೈಸೂರು ಮತ್ತು ಕೊಡಗಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಹೋರಾಟನೂ ಕೂಡ ಕೈಗೆತ್ತಿಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. 1ನೇ ತಾರೀಕಿಂದ 200 ಯೂನಿಟ್ಗಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಬಿಲ್ ಬಂತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಯಾರನ್ನು ಕಟ್ಟಬೇಡಿ.
Earlier, the Karnataka State Road Transport Corporation wrote to the state government to implement the free bus travel promise for women, as passengers are refusing to buy tickets.
Chief Minister could take a decision on this instead of telling in policy approve. So far as 4 corporations are concerned, they don't have a specific direction from government. At least some small effort was made here for the women to move about freely in the state buses. Therefore, immediately take a decision, give a direction.
The Congress has played down the protest.
Initial hiccups are always there whenever there is a new scheme or new project is launched. Always. Those initial things, maybe another week or so, we will resolve it. It's not that we are not going to resolve it.
Chief Minister Siddaramaiah on Friday held a meeting in Delhi with Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi to discuss the cabinet extension. More ministers are likely to be sworn in soon. But the voters are waiting for the Siddaramaiah Shivakumar double engine fulfill its poll guarantees. Bureau Report, India Today.
Meanwhile, after a landslide victory, the Karnataka government's all set for its new cabinet expansion this weekend. After Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah held a key meeting with Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar met the Gandhis separately in Delhi. As per sources, around 20 MLAs are likely to be inducted into the new cabinet tomorrow. Earlier, Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar met Party General Secretaries K.C. Venugopal and Randeep Singh Surjewala to discuss potential names of new ministers. Along with Siddaramaiah and Shivakumar, 8 more ministers were inducted into the cabinet during oath-taking ceremony in Bengaluru. With that quick update, time for me to go into a break. To stay with us on the other side is our fact check segment.
The heart of India's tech industry hosts a tectonic event. The latest updates in technology and innovation. The biggest names in Indian tech under one roof. From AI to 5G. From EVs to data security. Discover how technology is transforming our lives. Catch all the action at the BT Tech Today Congress in Bengaluru on June 2nd. Live across the Business Today multiverse.
Anurag Kashyap's Kennedy finally premiered, and attending the red carpet was Sunny Leone, who made her stunning debut in a shimmery velvet gown. Earlier, the actress also had taken to social media to announce that the tickets for Kennedy were sold out in minutes. As the cast and crew were waiting for the midnight screening, Sunny Leone meanwhile was taking over Cannes with one look after the other. First in this green thigh-high slit gown, and then in a black crop top paired with white tailored pants. The actress also donned a Julfa Milano layered full-shouldered dress on her day 3 of the Cannes Film Festival. Before the premiere, Sunny shared how much Kennedy meant to her.
At the end of the day, you're human, and it's not a great feeling. But I understand their point of view as well. I come with a certain amount of baggage, and it's hard to change people's perceptions. And that's why having this film accepted here is one of the most amazing things, because through all that crazy and people and hate and so much crazy shit, it's like, you can't say anything bad about this. You can't take this one away from me.
New India's new parliament. The temple of democracy. Sengol will finally get its pride of place. Forgotten relic becomes the latest flashpoint. Congress cries fake, gets fact-checked. Singol showdown is our top focus on the news track.
Welcome back. You're watching our Fact Check segment, where we bust fake news. News that's masquerading to be facts on social media platforms and WhatsApp groups. There's a claim suggesting that this was a video of an interfaith marriage called off due to the Kerala story. Incorrect factually. The marriage here was called off after threats from political outfits. Nothing to do with the Kerala story. With that fact check, time for us to go into a break. On the other side is To The Point. Stay with us.
It is a historic moment for women in armed forces. Squadron leader Shivani Singh, the first woman pilot of the Indian Air Force to fly the Rafale, took part in the multinational military exercise Orion in France. This is the first time India has sent its Rafale fighter jets to take part in a military drill.
It was a great experience for all of us. We were exposed to challenging missions with compressed timelines. The interaction with the pilots of other nations gave us the overview of their operations as well as their ways of working. The performance of our pilots were at par with all the other nations. The Indian Rafales, being one of the best omni-role fighters in the world, were carrying out all the missions successfully with precision and perfection.
Squadron leader Shivangi Singh had earlier flown extensively in exercises during the border standoff with China.
हमारी चुनौती एयरक्राफ्ट से ही रिलेटेड है और एयरक्राफ्ट वहाँ पे अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रहा है, इसकी वजह से ही हम अभी भी वहाँ पे हैं एंड हम सारे एक्सपेक्टेशंस को मीट कर पा रहे हैं.
Shivangi Singh joined the Air Force in 2017. She is part of the 17th Squadron, the Golden Arrows based in Ambala. Before flying the Rafale, Shivangi also flew MiG-21 Bison.
2 squadrons of Rafale fighter aircraft are deployed in the Ambala and Hashimara near China border. The men and women pilots of the squadron are making the country proud both globally and internally in the situation like the one in Ladakh. With camera person Anil Jaiswal, this is Manjit Negi for India Today.